Who remembers Rico Trials and who wants a free player pass? What is good? It's your boy Rico. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Duel, and today's episode is going to be very, very exciting. But first things first, if you guys have not seen, Rocket Rob has done a reveal for Full Melt, aka Melty, aka the player who has the most wins unofficially in Pokemon Duel. He has revealed who it is. If you want to check out that video, the link is in the description below. Please check it out.
Listen, Rob, if the community is ready, I don't know if they're ready, but if they're ready, let me see some ones in the chat, and you guys will see who I am. You will see my true form.
Are we ready?
Second order of business, the team match event is here. I don't know how I feel about these mascots, but I did leave a poll in Twitter. Please go to my Twitter and vote who you guys want to see me use, whether it's going to be the Eevee, Espeon, or Sylveon. Now, if we choose Eevee, we're only going to use Eevee. We're not going to evolve into any of the Eevee evolutions. If we're going to use Espeon, we're just using Espeon. No pre-evolution of Eevee, and same with Sylveon. Now, before we jump into today's episode, we have three blue boosters. Like, how boring is that? I'm still searching for my metallic booster so we can get that metallic Dawn Wings, because I want 2 Dawn Wings. I mean, everybody else has 2 Dawn Wings. I want 2 Dawn Wings. Okay, maybe not everybody has 2 Dawn Wings, but there's a free-to-play player that has 3 metallic Dawn Wings. Like, I want one of them, okay? So it looks like we're not pulling anything. And if you look at my deck's a little interesting. And then we're going to jump into today's episode. Rainbow. Okay, at least it's a rare. It's electric. All right, guys. Now let's go over this next order of business, okay? First things first. Shout out to Trent. Shout out to Stunna 4V. He's going to help me with this next thing because he has decided to donate a player's pass. And here's what we're going to be doing. It's going to be so exciting. Rico Trials V2, essentially that's what it's going to be. So this is what we've done. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. For 1 month, we are going to be doing, we're going to be giving you guys 31 challenges. 31 challenges. Here's just a brief of the challenges, okay? And what's going to happen is you guys have an entire month to do all of these challenges, or the most of these challenges. And what you're going to do is you're going to list them out. Let's just look at challenge 1, Bird's Eye. Phantom Arrow with Decidueye King 2 of your opponent's Pokemon, then step on the goal your following turn. Or the next one, Manaphy says, turn everything water, Manaphy song something off goal, then get the win on the following turn. So we have created 31 challenges, and the player who's completed most of the challenges, or the most of these challenges, by the end of the month is going to be granted the player's pass. Now, stay tuned. I know it's kind of a lot, but what we're definitely going to do is I'm going to stream, and we're going to go over all of these. So here's all, well, these are actually tips. I'm going to go over all 31 of the challenges, some tips on how to get them, and it's going to be so fun. I mean, look, it's electric, weight win, electric deck, Legend League, must use Electivire, Black Hole, send 4 Pokemon to the Ultra Space using Guzzlord, get a weight win. Now, these challenges are going to be a little complex, okay? I mean, we are giving away a player pass, so I want to see some awesome challenges. I want to see some awesome achievements from you guys. So again, we will stream it, and don't worry about it. Don't get started on any of this just yet. We are actually going to start this in July, so just be patient. Like I said, we will stream, what's today, 26. The first is on a Monday, so I'll probably stream either Sunday night or Monday morning or Monday day, and we're going to go over all of the challenges, how you can do it, and some tips and tricks. So I'm so excited for this, guys. I cannot wait for you guys to check it out, or until we start that. Okay, so now let's jump into the first match and kind of go over exactly what we're doing for Rico's Trials. All right, guys, so shout out to Santi and whoever played against Santi. So last night I was just checking out some matches. I was in featured, and I saw Santi play, and he played somebody who had a Genesect, and he had the Matang, and he had the Alakazam. Yes, I'm rocking the Coward figure. I know, it's kind of weird, but he didn't have the Rotom. And what he was doing, he was trying to banish some figures with the Genesect. The only problem is with Genesect's plate, the drive plates, they have to be a specific type. So I was wondering why Santi's opponent did not have a Rotom. So that got me thinking. I was like, let me go out and try something. So here's the premise of my deck. And ironically, Stunna, Trent, who actually hit me up before we even played to even do this for you guys, we ended up mashing against each other. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is a good segment into introducing him, shouting out to Stunna, and doing this challenge. So here's my deck. Here's my premise of my deck. Okay, what we're going to do is we have the Douse Drive and the Shock Drive. Now, the Shock Drive, if the opposing Pokemon is a water or flying type, if you KO them, they get excluded. And then the Douse Drive, if they are fire, ground, or rock type, and you KO them, they get excluded. So here's what we're going to do with my deck. We are bringing the Rotom, and we do have Rotom going into the Wash Rotom to turn everything water, and I can move through. I can even move through them. And then we also have, the Heat Rotom. And the Heat Rotom is there primarily for Marshadow. Because what Heat Rotom does is it turns them all fire, and it gives them -30 damage. And I mean, essentially, you would probably want at least one chain on the Genesect, so Genesect can out-damage the Marshadow. It'd be 51 versus 50. But at the same time, most competitive Marshadows now have their Spectral Thief at 79, and they have one on the quick attack to battle against the Celebi to get the KO on the Celebi. So, but that's what we're going to do here. Now, here's my figures. We are rocking the Coward. Yes, we're rocking the Coward. My Coward is level 1. We have the Mega Alakazam, which is also level 1. We are not rocking the Twisted Spoon. Therefore, I am not being a coward with this figure in this deck. We are using the Matang just to help the Genesect maneuver through the board, just in case we hit the Tractor Beam. We can, like I said, move the Genesect through the board. And I got the evolution, the full evolution into the Mega Metagross, and I actually used Mega Metagross for the first time, and it was pretty awesome. Aerodactyl is just so good. Aerodactyl is good to stop like the air balloon, the rushes from the Keldeo, so that's why I have the Aerodactyl. So essentially what I want to do here is we're just going to set up our Shuppet wall, but we're going to have the Matang and the Aerodactyl here, maybe Rotom here, and then Genesect about right here. The reason why we brought the Mawile is because everybody is rocking the Rhyperior, so Mawile is my goalie, and then you guys know what Alakazam is for the alchemy marker. So we are going up against Stunna, and what we're going to do is, first glance here, I can take out Decidueye. We can banish Decidueye with the Heat Rotom. We can banish Celebi with either the Heat Rotom or the Wash Rotom. We can't banish you. We have a slight chance of banishing Mawile. It's just not worth it. We can banish the Guzzlord once we have the Alchemy, and same with the Aerodactyl. But primarily, these are the two targets here. So essentially what we want to do with this deck is we want to banish 2 figures from the opponent while Rotom stays on the board. That's the goal. And I just want to tell you guys, I only played 6 matches last night, and this challenge was very, very difficult. So let's jump into the match. Let's see what happens. Stunna is going to be very defensive. I bet you, Stunna, when you saw me, I just want to know, like, what were you thinking with this deck? I mean, he was opening up pretty defensively here. So all we're doing is we're setting up the Genesect here just in case he wants to attack for some reason with the Guzzlord. We'll be able to hopefully hit the Tractor Beam and then surround him. Bring on the Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is, like I said, good counter here. Although we can't move over it, so I like what he did here with the Mawile. So we're kind of just filling each other out. He's going. I like this attack here. Definitely going for the KO here. But we do get the Sky Drop, so we're going to give this thing weight. And what we're going to do is we are going to move our Genesect. I think we move our Genesect over, right? No, we Washing Machine. Yeah, we Washing Machine. We turn it to a Watermon because what we're going to do is we're going to go after the Celebi. So he moves back. I don't know why he moved back. I don't know what he thought I was going to do over here, but we move the Genesect over, and then he realized, he's like, oh, okay, now I know what he's doing, and he's going to goal block with that. Like, look at that. Right off the bat, we made him waste his goal block right away because he didn't want the Celebi to be banished. So there's only 4 turns with water, and now we kind of wasted it. We only have 4 turns left, or like 2 turns left, and there isn't anything I can really attack here. Like I said, we have a very, very slight chance. No, actually we don't. We can't out-damage the Mawile. So we can't do anything with the Mawile. We have to hope he puts something right here that we can somehow out-damage. But he wasted his gold block, and I wasted my Wash Rotom. So he brings up the Dactyl, and what I have to do is we have to bring the Alchemy. But by the time we even do that, the water's gone, Wash Rotom, everything's gone, and we just wasted an opportunity. So I'm like, well, great. Now all we can do is banish 1 figure. So we put the Alchemy on our Genesect. covers here. Great play. Oh, I thought we got a roll there, but we didn't. So what do I do here? We start. Oh yeah. So I didn't want to waste my Mega, so I decided to start moving up with my Alakazam just to not waste it and attack something over here. We get a very fortunate roll here. I don't think I decided to. Yeah, I don't Mega or don't evolve here. And since we have 2 turns here, I'm like, we got to do something. Don't want to waste our turns. So we're gonna attack here. Hopefully we get damage on damage, but he does get the Sky Drop, so we gain weight 5. Decidueye, I like the Decidueye play there. I mean, I was aware it was going to happen, but fortunately for us, we survived. So I decided to move back here because I didn't want to get Mega Mawile. I mean, Mega Dactyl. And so he's going to Mega Mawile here, and he's going to attack, and he's going for damage. He does get the Trickery, but I was like, that's fine, because what we're going to do the following turn is we are going to attack with our Metang. We're going to go for the Tractor Beam and get a Surround on this Mawile. Actually, would it even work? Would his ability even work? Because of Mawile's ability? But we don't get the roll, so unfortunately for that. And now he's going to Corkscrew Crash, and he's going to get rid of my Genesect. And I'm like, damn, okay, how are we going to do this? I think we actually survive here by so we survive here by the Techno Charge. And now we're hitting for at least 120. But what we're going to do is we're going to Supersonic Sky, whatever, and we're just going to get rid of this Mawile. Mega Mawile is a beast. Actually, running Mawile last night, I was like, oh, dude, I kind of miss Mawile. But we get rid of this Mawile, and I made myself spin. But I didn't really have a choice here. We needed to even up the board 4v4. But it's okay. We're just benched, so we're not going to get KO or anything like that. So he's going to make a Lucario here, and he's going to, I believe he attacks into my Aerodactyl. Actually, you know, I miss rocking Lucario. Lucario's so fun to use. But you don't. So what he's going to do here is he's going to Aura Sphere. Unfortunately for us, we do survive. We do get the Sucker Punch. What do I do here? I Max Revive. Bring you on the board. Goes after Genesect. I love this play. Goes after Genesect. He immediately knows what the threat is. So I'm trying to get out of here. I'm like, no, we need to get out of here. We need to survive here. And so I was baiting him so hard. I was baiting Stunna so hard. Because what I wanted him to do, that's why. First of all, I wanted to have my Genesect survive, right? Because I wanted to get some cheese. So that's why I moved him over here. And I was baiting Stunna. I wanted him to Corkscrew Crash to KO my Sable, or my... God, I can't even think. My Mawile. And then move right here because I don't have Gold Block. And then I would have Mega'd with my Aerodactyl and surrounded him. But he's smarter than that. He's a 4K player. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this opportunity. We are going to Mega Evolve here because that's going to give me the best odds to get rid of the Decidueye. Dude, even Decidueye is fun to run. There's a lot of figures that I miss running. But Alakazam here is kind of a sitting duck. I don't really use it. There's not much I can do. So the only options we really have here is to try and get some sort of KO with the Alakazam. So that's why I make this play. And I'm trying to get the second Psyshock. We get it, but he gets the Sky Drop. So we're unable to KO him. And now we have weight. As he pulls the switch. Great switch here to send me into the Ultra Space. But what we have to do is we have to attack here, and we have to get damage on damage. And we get so fortunate. We do get rid of the Guzzlord, and we get to save our Alakazam. See, Z gauges are coming up. He's going to attack here. We survive the roll. What am I trying to do with my Z gauge? I'm trying to think. The problem is the Celebi is on the goal, and Celebi is going to be really hard to KO. What we really need to do is we need to work on getting our Mawile over there, or our 2 Mons that are in the PC. So I make this play, and the reason why I make this play is because I'm trying to cycle out here. Like, there's not much we can do with the Celebi. He can't fly over me. Wait, can he fly over me? I don't think he can fly over me. We have to cover goal here. We had to cover goal because his Z gauge is up. Had we not covered goal, he could have Corkscrew Crash and then move right next to me. But we're going to long throw here. And we're going to Shatter Psyche because we're going to try and move up the board. But unfortunately for us, he does get the taunt. And their Z gauge is up. So things are not looking that good for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack here. We're going to try to move this Lucario, and we do get the Tractor Beam. I'm like, all right, this is good. We can move this Lucario out of the way. And I don't take the evolution again. What I decided to do here is I'm going to move up my wall while, and I'm going to attack again so we can move the Lucario onto my goal and get a surround kill. So we attack here, going for the tractor beam. We get the tractor beam, but he gets the dodge, and now he's going to corkscrew crash and get rid of my Matang. So things are not going that well for us right now. Things are not going well for Team Rico. Where's his moves? Good thing is my Z gauge is up. I think yeah, we Twinkle Tackle. We get this Lucario out of here because they are adding a lot of pressure onto my goal, and we need to be a little defensive here. Kind of wanted to go for the corkscrew crash, so we're going to talk about this play. I wanted to go for the corkscrew crash. It's the better play to make because we can send the Lucario to the PC and then move back here onto the goal. The only problem is I played a match earlier and I tried to KO Lucario, and Lucario hit its Aura Sphere. I did my white Z move, so I wasn't feeling confident, and I felt like the best play here was to actually remove the Lucario. Now I know he's going to go for the Sky Drop. Like, I 100% know he's going to go for the Sky Drop. He does have the Bright Powder, so I was like, we just have to go for it, and we have to pray that things don't work out in his favor, and makes the right play. Goes for the Bright Powder, goes for the Sky Drop on my Rotom. I'm like, please land Revert, and we get the clutch Revert. Let's go. I don't know why he wanted to re-roll me there, but we're gonna bring on our Genesect, and now we finally have the duo back on the board. We have the duo back on the board. We still have the microwave oven. We can still get rid of the Decidueye and the Celebi. So he's going to bring up his Lucario. We are going to slightly move up here, and I'm baiting him to come out. I'm like, yes, okay, that's perfect. He came out, so now what we're going to do is we're going to microwave oven. We're going to turn everything into a fire type. This thing does negative 30 damage. So what we want to do is we want to attack the Decidueye. The only thing we hope that the Decidueye does not hit is the Spirit Shackle. So I'm just hoping that there's not much he can do. He can move. Wherever he moves, we're going to be able to attack him. And he moves up to Lucario. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Now we're going to do it. Let's get that Douse Drive. Let's douse down this fiery Decidueye, and Decidueye hits the one roll. He hits the Spirit Shackle, and I'm like, no. So we're going to try and re-roll. Try and get the Techno Charge, but instead we roll a miss. Like, we roll a miss. Come on, dude. So feeling a little salty there. Let's see. Takes out. Does he take? I don't think he takes it out. Yeah, we get the Overdrive. We get rid of this Decidueye, and I think I'd start covering up gold because I see their Z-Gauge is coming up. I don't want to get cheese here. I'm going to block this off. Let's see what I do here. Don't attack. Text entry point. We're trying to figure out a way to get to this Celebi. Nice play. Use the Z move and then reduces my Z move. Would have been nice if he did not, because what I would have done there, I would have Z-moved with my Aerodactyl, the Tectonic Rage. These three things would have had weight, and the only thing he could have done was move the Lucario, but he clutched the Z-move with the Dark one, so it reduced my Z-Gauge. Love the play there. So as he starts advancing up, we're going to put Matang here. What do I try to do with Matang? I remember what we do here. We're trying to get Matang against this Celebi. So he's going to attack here. I think we survive. Yep, we survive. We do get the revert, and then I move my Aerodactyl out of the way. I think he attacks again. Yep, he attacks again. Revert again. I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's move over. I think I make a weird misplay here. We do out damage here. I don't think I attack here. Oh, yeah. So I move up my Dactyl. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to get rid of the Celebi. That was not a bad play. So we're going to move the Dactyl over, and then whenever he brings this on the board, then we're going to attack with the Dactyl because he does not have the scoop up. So he moves with the Dactyl here, and here's where I make a misplay. That was my crucial misplay by moving the Alakazam right there when I should have just gone for the KO with the Matang. Because what it does, it allows him to have his Z-Gauge up. So we go for the KO now. We get the KO, but because I waited one turn, he now has a Z-Gauge up. So I'm going to take the evolution here. My plan is to evolve and Mega Evolve, and then we can go for a surround because we can survive. But because I made that crucial misplay, his Z-Gauge is now up. Now he can Z-move. Well, actually, he still had the Dragon Sphere. Okay, he was still good. Yeah, I forgot he had the Dragon Sphere. And at this point, I'm at like 10 seconds. 10 seconds left. Long throws here, tries to get rid of my Aerodactyl, and then we're going to advance up with the Genesect, but I realize I'm like, there's nothing I can do against this Genesect, so we're going to try and get a KO here, and if we don't get the KO, then it's pretty much GG boys for me. We do get the Sky Drop, unable to move. He gets the Surround, and at this point, I was like, yeah, there's not much I can do. I got about 10 seconds left. He does get the Phantom Arrow. And I believe at this point, like I said, I have about 10 seconds, and I'm like, all right, bro. GG's, you can totally have the win. I'm just going to let him take the goal. So good games, Astunna. Thanks for the support, brother, and thanks for helping out with this new challenge, the revitalized Rico Trials. Now, I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. We did get some sort of cheese. I'm going to show you this match. We'll jump into it now. All right, guys, this match was kind of weird. I don't know if my opponent was using AI at the beginning because they were kind of playing very reckless. We're going against Ton Nam. Pretty decent figures. I would say past meta, but pretty decent figures regardless, and we're still rocking the same deck. We go first. So we're going to be defensive here, and they're going to be defensive here. So I'm like, okay. Because of these moves, I'm like, okay, this is not AI. So we're going to set up, our basic shuffle wall. Puts on Lunala. But then he comes up and attacks me, and I'm like, oh, bro, I don't know if I agree with this play. But he gets the Hydro Kick. I'm like, really, dude? Really? He gets the Hydro Kick. I'm a little salty here, and I make a misplay here. I decide to counter here with the Mawile, but I don't attack. I don't attack when I should have attacked. The blue water jump wouldn't have worked. It's been a while since I've run Mawile, so I totally forgot. But we get a KO here on Lunala. I'm like, all right, let's go. And then like this play, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like reckless, and he gets a roll. And I'm like, oh, okay, am I playing AI? Because like what? How is this happening? So we're gonna counter here with the Dactyl, and he goes over and attacks, and I'm like, why are you attacking me? I don't agree. But I do agree with this play. He's going to X speed here, and he goes after my Genesect, I believe. Yep, goes after Genesect. So I agree with this play. But the two plays prior, I was like, bro, I don't know about that. We get a fortunate KO, and then I move up with my Dactyl here. Hoping he attacks. Hopefully I get the Sky Drop. If I did get the Sky Drop, what I would have done was I would have surrounded it with the Rotom the following turn, but we don't get the Sky Drop. So what we're going to do, we're not even going to worry about this this Keldeo, not like surrounding it, because it doesn't really do that much threat to us. But what he's going to do is going to send my poor Aerodactyl into the Ultra Space. And then I think we counter here. Who do we? Oh, yeah, we surround here. Then I get attacked here by the Popplio. Great play. Fortunately for us, we do survive. I believe it lands the dodge, right? Yeah, it lands the dodge. Okay, so I'm getting out of here. My Rotom needs to get out of here. He's going to advance up here, and I'm like, okay, this is perfect. Now we can do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to Microwave Oven because he is rocking the Mars Shadow. And we can outdam... Actually, can we outdam this Mars Shadow? Let me see. Yeah, see, that's just how most competitive Mars Shadows are. We can outdamage the Mars Shadow. Mars Shadow would be hitting for 49 while I'll be hitting for 50. I didn't really anticipate the Lunala coming up, but I guess it makes sense. So what we're going to do is we Microwave Oven, and then the next play is we are actually going to Mega Alakazam because this Lunala is coming up, we want to give our Alchemy to our Genesect. And I'm like, okay, just please don't attack me, and please don't get the Moongeist Beam. But he's going to DC, and I'm like, oh, no, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He goes after Heat Rotom. He gets the Moongeist, and I'm like, oh, my God. Well, see you later to my Genesect. Feeling pretty salty here. But he gets rid of that, and I was like, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a Surround here. I mean, if he does want to come after me, and he's going to DC and go after him, like, really? This debatable, man. We get a clutch dodge here. Now, this was a debatable play on my end. We could have went for the Surround, but I was like, no, we're doing it for the tube. We're definitely going to go for gold and the purple. Bring that Dow Stripe. We're going to banish this Lunala. Please hit your purple. But he hits the Psychic, and there's no way we can outdamage it. He does have the Lunala on the board, and even if with our Techno Charge, we still get out damaged here. So he's going to attack here, and I'm like, come on, gold, purple, gold, purple, gold, purple, and we get damage on damage. And look at that. Techno Blast still gets out damage because of Lunala, and I'm feeling all sorts of salty here. So, but the good thing is RZ gauge is up, and this was a complete misplay on my end. We corkscrew crash, and what I meant to do was the Twinkle Tackle. The reason why I corkscrew crash here is because, luckily he rolled a miss. is because everything is still fire. So I have 3 Z move opposed to 2 Z moves. So I'm used to just scrolling over once, hitting Twinkle Tackle, but because everything is fire, I have 3 Z moves, and I scrolled over, and it was the corkscrew. I was like, no! But we got fortunate, and we hit the roll there. So now we're going to cover up goal with the Alakazam. I'm going for the surround here on this Popplio. We're going to attack it, going for the Tractor Beam. But instead we get the KO, the Metal Claw into the miss. I don't think we don't do it yet. We don't do it yet. See the Kang coming up, and we are just going to block it off, but he's going to Breakneck here, and he's going to soft banish my Matang. Oh, and by the way, I'm pretty sure Kangaskhan is going to be the reward for the team match event, so look out for that. I mean, I think this is like our 3rd free Kangaskhan. I mean, Kangaskhan's still a beast. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move for the Mawile. I don't want the Stake taking the entry point, so I move forward. Why do I move forward? I don't remember why. Why am I doing that with my Dactyl? He Max revives here. Yeah, I totally should be attacking the Marshadow. I don't know why. That's weird. I don't know why I moved up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back. We are burned. We're going to attack this Marshadow. Hopefully we do get the Stone Edge. But we don't, unfortunately. But good thing for us, they do hit the dodge. Can't remember what happens here. Sky Drop. So we move. Oh, I can't move. So what we're going to do here is we are going to long throw. I see my Z gauge is up. I know I'm going to get surrounded here. But it's going to allow my Z gauge to come up. So it's going to come up. So we just have to survive this roll. I'm like, okay, cool. This is perfect. We survive this roll. And then I move up, waiting for the Z gauge still. And we survived again. I'm like, all right, perfect. Now that we survived, now what we can do is we can Corkscrew Crash onto this Marshadow, and then we can pull the evolution into the Metagross. And when this Lunala takes my entry point, we can Mega with the Metagross, and we have pretty decent odds at getting rid of the Lunala. So I was kind of excited here. I was like, yo, this is gonna be the first time we're gonna be using my Mega Metagross. Let's see what it can do. Oof, Metagross is still level 1. Mega Metagross is still level 1. So it's going to take the entry point here, and now we're going to take this opportunity. We're going to Mega Metagross. Actually, I kind of like Mega Metagross. I think I like the wheel. And I like its mobility. 3 MP. So we attack here, and we get a nice Teleport Beam. I'm like, all right, let's go. This Lunala is useless. It is confused. It's going to move 3 spaces away. Well, yeah, 3 spaces away. And then he's going to Breakneck and try to get rid of my Mega Metagross. But Mega Metagross comes in clutch and hits a double Teleport Beam. Let's go. We have 2 figures that are now confused. He's going to attack here, and unfortunately, we do get burned, but it's not that bad. What do I do here? I think I Max Revive? Yeah, I Max Revive because we do have the Rotom on the board, and we want to bring on the Genesect because we want to banish something. I was pretty salty here. I was like, no, don't get out damaged, but we get a KO. I'm like, okay, this is perfect, and we're about to de-evolve. We have 3 MP, so what we can do is we can take the entry point. Problem is, Tunnam, there's the gauges up, and it's going to temporarily banish my Metagross. I think I counter with Mawile. Yep, counter with Mawile here. He's going to attack, I think. Yeah, he gets KO'd here because he is confused. Let's go. I think I move up Mawile. Yep, move up Mawile. Because we still have the Mega Mawile. Alright, so as he brings on the okay. I don't really want to talk about what's going to happen next, okay? So we still have the Wash Rotom, alright? We can get rid of the Keldeo, but Keldeo is going to be hard to get rid of because of the Water Jump and the Purple. It's going to be really hard, and we don't have the Alchemy anymore. This is probably our best shot to get rid of is the Popplio. So all we got to do is move my Genesect over and then use the Shock Drive on the Popplio. So we're going to start setting that up. They're going to attack again. They do get the KO. They get the Aqua Jet into the Still Bind. Feels bad. Rip to the Coward. And then this is my... I pull the Washing Machine, which makes no sense because it gives me less damage. It turns everything water. And then after I made that play, I was like, wait a minute. My initial plan was to attack the Popplio. Popplio is already a water type. Like, why did I just do that? But regardless, we are going to Shock Drive, and we are going to go after this Popplio. Techno is missed, is gone, but we do get the Techno blast into the water gun. And see you later, Poplio. Let's go. So the opponent here is going to Hydro Vortex, and we are going to be KO'd here. But the good news is our Z gauge is up, so we can Z move with our Metagross. I thought about doing the Psychic, the Shattered Psyche, and moving up, but he does have a Marshadow, and Marshadow has great mobility. And if we did move up, oh man, I was hoping he did his purple, and he doesn't. He could have moved up like, well, 1, 2, 3. Actually, we could have surrounded with Aerodactyl the following turn, so that was debatable. I probably should have done that. But we get a fortunate roll here, so what we're going to do now is we are going to cover goal, and things are looking pretty good for us. All we got to do is survive this roll from this Primal Kyogre. Please hit me my purple. Let's go. But he gets the Origin Pulse. What do you think is going to happen? We have 3 figures on the board that have blue. 2 of them roll blue. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Come on. Things are going to be a little scary here. I see their Z gauges coming up. I'm like, we have to get rid of this Lunala. So we're going to we're going to Mega Evolve here, and we have to attack Lunala. We have to. And we have to get the KO. Unfortunately, we do get the taunt, but the good thing is the opponent is going to have to cover up. And I make a misplay here. I should have attacked the Lunala again, but instead I moved up, and I was like, oh my god, their Z gauge is going to be up, and we're going to get KO'd. But he backtracks for some reason, and I make another misplay here by moving up my Genesect. Genesect definitely should have been on this side because I do anticipate this thing Z-moving the Aerodactyl to bring back on the Kangaskhan, and that's exactly what he does. Had he done that, or had I moved up the Genesect on the right side, I would have been able to retain the entry point. So there is another misplay on my end. But we don't have many options here. I'm under, I believe, 20 seconds left, too. Like, playing this deck, I came down to time a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to Mega Mawile here, and we're just hoping to get some KOs. We do get the Clutch Chicory into the into the Sucker Punch. I'm like, all right, let's go. So now he's going to be forced to de-evolve into the regular Kyogre, and we just have to attack again. I know he's going to be defensive with this, but he gets the Tidal Wave, and I'm like, dude, time's running out. Like, what's going to happen, bro? Hops over here. He did attack. Great play. Yeah, KOs me as well. But our Z-Gauge is coming up. I'm like, okay, this is perfect. We have to KO here and then Z-Gauge. So I'm like, come on, Mega Mawile. Let's go. Let's go. We do get the play rough on the break energy. And then when he covers up with this Kangaskhan, we can Z-move here. We're going to Corkscrew Crash because the majority of the will... Well, we don't want to do our Twinkle Tackle because he does have gold. And he does hit the goal. So, boom, KO here. And now all we have to do, that's GG, boys. My opponent here, well, it's not necessarily GG, boys. My opponent does, oh no, he does have gold block. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, I forgot. So he's going to gold block here with the Lunala. And because I'm very time consumed, I'm like, we have to attack here. We have to win this roll. And we get a clutch Iron Head with that 5 chain, well, not a chain, but just 5 damage higher, and that's pretty much GG, boys. I mean, the opponent here can land its purple, and we can roll and hit the 100, and that'd be GG, boys. But because of my ability, you can't water jump over me, and let's go. Let's go. GG, boys. Now, listen, I know there are way more better ways to use Genesect and Genesect plates, but what I was actually doing here was I was hunting Dawn Wings. What I wanted to do was Alchemy Marker, and I wanted to banish Dawn Wings. That's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to show off basically Rotom's synergy with everything. I mean, everything. Any cheese involved, Genesect or Rotom is totally there. But all right, guys, we are going to cut the video there. I'm sorry it was long, but I cannot wait like a week or so, and then we're going to get this Rico Trials on the way, and it's going to be so fun. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, as always, peace.